Hey there, guys! You're listening to Yakkin with Nick. I am the host, Nick Hazelton, and let's get into yakking, man. You know, I knew about Bitcoin back when it was like $5 a piece. It was advertised on Free Talk Live, a show I used to listen to all the time, and I thought, wow, that sounds kind of interesting, an alternative currency to the Federal Reserve note. Great, but I didn't know shit. I didn't think it would do much. Got up to like $25, and I thought, damn, I should have bought some when it was $5. And then it went up to like 50, and I'm like, damn, I should have bought some when it was 25. And then it went up to 100, and all the way up. And then finally, I started getting donations in Bitcoin, and they added up, my friend. I have a decent amount of money, so thank you. It's like $300 or something. It's still more than I fucking had. So, I do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who sent me Bitcoin in the past, because that's really cool of them. But I'm saying this because I was like, man, I was thinking earlier today, like, what if I had been into computers instead of farming, instead of animals? I could be rich right now. But that's not who I am. That's not what I did with my life, and I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, because there are plenty of other people who did not get to make a lot of money off Bitcoin. Maybe there are plenty more that will happen. Maybe you'll make more as it continues to go. But what I'm saying is, I don't remember why I brought that up, but I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, damn, I should have got money. But the thing is, life isn't all about money, and I don't want to spend my life chasing money. I don't want to play that game, because that's what that is, right? You're looking at goals in life, and it's like, oh, I want to have the most money I can. I want to be rich. It's like, why? Why do you want money? Because it's, first of all, there's rewards to it. I mean, you look impressive, and you are able to afford all kinds of shit. You have, some amount of freedom, because you have. I mean, that's power, I guess, is more so. Because you have that power of being able to spend money, right? Money can get you just about anything if you have enough of it. So, I don't know. There's plenty of good reasons to want to have money. It makes life easier, as long as as long as the gaining of that money isn't dangerous or whatever. You're probably, dangerous, or as long as it doesn't limit your freedom, then it's pretty damn good, right? But some people are making a lot of money, but they have to work all the time. Excuse me. Or whatever. And I don't know. I think about this sometimes. Like, what do I want? Because I'd like to be rich, and that's part of the plan. And the way I'm going to do it is save. I'm just going to save a bunch of money and eventually invest it, and hopefully. And hopefully I can accumulate it with more through my entrepreneurial activities. Because that's the thing, is business scales up and careers don't necessarily. You can absolutely scale up through your career. You can choose a career and you can work your way through, and you can improve the amount you make. But not nearly as much as I can. Of course, I can lose pretty bad because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm taking a risk. I'm taking more of a risk than somebody who's working a job. But it still scales up and more than your job does, because it goes from, like, I'm making maybe $6,000 a year selling yaks, but it quickly goes from that to if I can scale up, if I can sell them, it quickly gets to I'm selling 5 yaks a year, and that's $15,000, and then it's pretty quickly 10 yaks a year, and that's $30,000, and it just keeps going up. And if I can sell 20 yaks in a year, I'm making $60,000, and it's probably, I've got more than enough that I can, or not more than enough, but I can probably handle more than that on the pastures that I have. So I can scale up, and if I'm saving money, and if I'm not in debt, because I am in debt because I bought yaks, but if I can pay those off, and then I'm in a pretty good spot. So let's see what I can do. But after that, it scales up. So it's a decent business. I think that it's a lot of work, though. And I'm figuring that out. And I'm like kind of envisioning how am I going to make it easier as I keep going. I'm thinking about, well, okay, I got to streamline some processes. I've got a lot of infrastructure that I've got to build to really make this thing work more. I need a better corral. I need better fencing. I need more fencing to separate them out more. I probably need a couple more shelters. Who knows? There's all kinds of stuff, and I've got some good plans for man getting started on getting stuff done, because it's right now I'm trying to be moving in between all the things I need to do, and it's just the same. It's the same story. Time management. I am getting slowly better though as I talk about it more and more. Yeah, I guess I didn't really want to get into this about scaling up business. This is something, I don't know. Maybe it's interesting to you. It's interesting to me. I don't know. I think that's just all I can say really. But think of it. Yeah, I'm not even at 60 grand. That's not a whole lot of money. If I can live off $5,000 a year, it's a decent amount of money. That's pretty quickly you're saving. If you can save 50 grand a year, how long would that take? That's 20 years to become a millionaire. It's bullshit, right? Is that how you do math? I think that's right. Because it'd be 10 years if you're saving 100 grand, right? Because 100 times 10. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Still not a lot of money, but that's not the point. That's what I'm trying to get to, I guess. Start moving around. That's a terrible thing to do in front of the microphone. But I want to talk about why am I farming? What am I doing here? And kind of like, I want to. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. But I want to frame it in kind of the sense of what we were talking about last episode. The meaning of life and why do it. Shoot, man, I'm just burping. It's not good for radio, man. At least I don't let it happen on the mic. But I wanted to thank people who quoted me. Thank you. Shout out to Matt and Jeremy for quoting the I just want to do cool shit and help people or whatever. That's what this farm is. It didn't really start that way. This started as my escape from school. It's just, hey, this is something I enjoy doing more than school. It's like this is something that I'm looking forward to when I get out of school. So let's just hop out and do it, because I wanted freedom. I wanted my own thing, and I had this idea that I wanted to be self-sustainable and stuff, and I've carried that along because I think it's a pretty good thing. But it definitely started out as like, well, how the fuck do I make money without going to school? And now I've changed it. I'm less interested in money. I'm less interested in playing that capitalist game, because it's it's like, well, what do you win out of that? Because it's the things that matter to me in life are food, shelter, and people and friends. Like having fun and staying alive. That's what's cool. That's what's fun, right? That's what life is about. Those are the highlights for me. The highlights are not like, hey, I made, blah, 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 blah. Actually, it can be pretty exciting when you make a decent amount of money, but you know what I mean? It's not what I'm like, when I think about this business, it's not really what I want. I'm not looking to make $1 million off yaks. I think it'd be great, but I think I just think that I don't know. I don't want to set my goal to be making that money. I want to set my goal to be, having fun, and I think I can do both. So, but with the goal being have fun, because I think you can have fun and make money, but I don't know if you can make money and have fun as well. That doesn't make any sense. Crazy human being. But I guess I don't have anything else to say. That's it. I just don't. It's just easier if you can find a way to meet your needs without money. You don't have to play the game at all. You don't have to be involved with the government, because as soon as you're not making money, they don't give a fuck. Maybe they do as soon as you break law, but If I'm not making income, I'm not paying taxes. You know what I mean? But you are going to make me income, probably. Probably. Maybe I won't. Who knows? So I kind of tossed around the idea, and I go back and forth about how I want to do things. But right now, yeah, what I've come down to is I want to make money, but I don't want it to be the main focus of what I'm trying to do with my life. Now, to me, I think what I want my main focus of my life, first of all, at least right now, is to make it better for myself and as much as I can anybody else around me. I'm like working on building some better habits. I'm trying to get an income so that I can have some more comfort in life. And then, just building up this farm so that I have something, of my own that provides me food and an income. But the long-term idea is to be able to be in a place where I can help other entrepreneurs, other creative people, get started, at least. And I want to be able to give back, like to the, like, I don't know, like it's this, like everybody talks about this. Everybody has people that help them out. I've got plenty of hands out, and I've taken them. So I'd really like to be able to help other people out that were in my situation. I'd like to be able to give back to the Liberty community, which has helped me an amazing amount throughout my young life, and then the people around me here, because I've had a lot of help, but I think that this is the solution to change the world. I think that entrepreneurship and finding freedom is what I want people to do. I want to see people break away from the dominant structures of society and become who they really want to be, like I'm doing, right? Like that I feel I'm doing. I want to help people who want to do that, and I want to find more people like that. I want to give them the opportunity to succeed, because I think one thing that a mistake that I've made through a past, and I know this mistake because I've never been fully individualist, independent guy. I've had plenty of help in my life. I've taken it whenever I need it. But that's a good thing. I think that this philosophy of anarchism, especially the individualist, line of thought that I come from, is very powerful, because first of all, you are an individual, and that's where your power lies, is within yourself. You are the most important thing to you. At least I am the most important thing to me. But I think that it can go too far, in the sense I tried to live down by the river all by myself, and you can do it for sure, and I can do it if I set up some better facilities. But I'm such a scatterbrained person that my division of labor is already spread too thin, and I'm I just couldn't do it by myself. But anyway, I'm trying to get to the point of being a hermit is one way to get away from the dominant structures, and that's great, but that's only helping you, and it can be hard to help out other people. But that's what I want to do. Is I don't want to live alone. I think that's kind of scary to me now. Don't know why, but it just I want to be working with people routinely. I want to be around more people than I am, and I do value being alone because I'm so introverted. But I feel like I want to bring more people into what I'm doing, and make it more community based. I like the capitalist system is a fine one because it's voluntary, but it is and that's fine. I just have some other. I guess I just have other preferences, right? I just like to see more people working together and building stuff, because it's not like who cares if you build your own life? Like, that's just you. I just think it would be way, way, way awesomer if you can build something that transcends you, and and make it badass. You know what I mean? And I don't think you can really do something that fantastic all by yourself. You have to have other people, or at least if you're going to have other people, it's going to make it much bigger, much more fantastic. So what I'm envisioning is throughout the years is I want to bring more people into this business. It's my imagination is that as I scale up, I'll be hiring employees, but then I'll be wanting to hand off parts of my business to other people. Like I don't know if I'm going to be running Yaks, forever. I imagine that as this business scales, that hopefully I'll be able to expand into something else and, pass on that business to somebody else to manage and run. While I'm making a little bit off it because I fucking started it and I built the groundwork for whoever this piece of shit is taking over my yak farm. But that's my way of scaling up. And if I can do that, man, then I think I've been doing pretty good. But that's kind of a big part of it, is bringing people into this, because I just want to see this area great. Like in the rural area, there's a lot of kids that move out because you can't get jobs here. There's no businesses except farms, and farms don't pay very well. But what I'd like to do is be able to support, at least get young people working in here, do some, like, maybe some woofers. I forget what that stands for. It's the WWOOF, something World of Organic Farmers. But that's the idea behind scaling up, I guess. What am I trying to get to? It's down to people, right? So yeah, like I'd like to, like I look at my what my herd partner Tyler Boggs is doing. Like, this is essentially what I want. This is essentially what he's done. He keeps expanding, and he just has people there all the time, so that he's not so he's able to do a lot of things. Like I'm only able to do a couple things because I only have me, and then sometimes my dad to do work with. Right, this is very limited in what I can do, partly because I'm not very self-disciplined, but also because I'm just one person. And yeah, so I'd like to do that more. And I think in the like the immediate future plans, I've got some plans to do that. I've got some buddies that we want to start doing some more business stuff. I got lucky, man. I've finally found like some people who are interested in the same shit that I am. Starting a business and changing the world in the same way that I am. Maybe not from the as anarchist of a point of view, right, as maybe my own, but definitely damn close to it. I would say that, yeah, they're, anyway, like my idea, like, so anyway, what are we, like, the plan is to start farming, do some actual like row cropping or whatever you call it, do gardening, intensive gardening, and then start selling a little bit of produce, but mostly be eating that ourselves, and probably selling yak meat. And then we'd like to start a restaurant sort of thing. And I think we can do this pretty well, especially if we're growing most of our own stuff. We'll see how we do. You never know. It's you can never guarantee success of the first year. I certainly did not get any. And it's what has it been, 3 years? I've had 40 years I've been running this business. No way. I think it's been like 3 years since I've started. Like 40 years since I've had yaks, but 3 since I started selling them. But anyway, I'm excited about that. I think it'll be interesting. I think the way we imagine that we'll start this is we'll move we'll go back down by my river spot, and we'll try to live down there together, and try and make it better. And we're just gonna try and we're just gonna try and build this fucking life in this business, and this is our life project, pretty much. And the idea at the very end is to be a kind of a giant corporation that owns a lot of land. But the idea is that we're giving back to the community. This isn't out of pure self-interest. This is absolutely out of self-interest, because, right, this is what I'm interested in. But the idea is we're producing food, which is, kind of this is what makes any living thing. You have to have something to consume to keep care of your body. You need energy, and you need certain vitamins and macronutrients and micronutrients to keep yourself alive and healthy. And I'd like to be producing those things. Like one of the reasons why I really like yaks and hogs is I'm a proponent of a very high protein, high fat diet, and that's what I'm growing. I'm growing very high quality protein, that being yak especially, and then also the pasture raised pork is pretty damn good, and it's got good fat on it, and that milk from those dairy goats is pretty good too. So my idea, right, is to be producing really high quality food, and then it's the idea is that what we would do is sell what we can raw, perhaps, but take a lot of it and then try to do some value added products. So I want to start making a little bit more jerky. We want to take some of those vegetables and learn how to ferment some things. So we're making stuff like kimchi or sauerkraut that we can sell. If you produce most of your own ingredients, then you can get away without using a commercial kitchen. And you can be a cottage food industry business, and I think we can do that at first. And that's the way we imagine making money right away. But that's imagine what we would be able to sell. But these are I'm looking at foods that are going to be really healthy for you, like fermented foods and fresh foods. All this, that's what I want to do, and then I want to scale it up by the first thing we do is we're growing vegetables and we're selling that, and then we do value added, and then we start cooking, and we make our own restaurant when we do get a commercial kitchen, or maybe not. We have access to one at the nearby school, and so we're thinking about using that, and then bringing it over to the street, to the community center, the food over, and serving it to folks there. And I think if we can keep our costs really low, which means producing our own food most of the time, and hopefully, if the 3 or 4 of us can live together, we can really cut our costs by carpooling and sharing. You know what I mean? And it's and like I don't know, I'm really excited about it. I'd love to hear people's feedback on this idea, because this is what I imagine I'm going to do with my life. This is my life's purpose. Is I'm building this business, and I'm just trying to make this area around me great. Like, that's the idea, is to make my community as best as I can, and improve it, because it's been great to me, right? I'd like to be great back to it, and all the people in it. But yeah, I've gone on for 20 minutes. I actually have to do some milk deliveries here. I got to take a shower before I go to town. And I just wanted to make sure I got a show to you guys, and I just wanted to kind of yak about farming and why am I doing it. I don't know, a lot of these, I feel like I could give you a better presentation if I sat down and I wrote it out, but this isn't Yakkin with Nick. I could tell you more about why I like farming, but I don't know. Tell me what you want to hear. If you got questions for me, if you want to hear something specific, let me know, and I'll get it done. I'll put it out. Yeah. So with that, thank you guys for listening. If you would like to contact me, you can hit me up through email at what is that? yakkinwithnick@gmail.com, I think. YAKKIN with Nick, NICK @gmail.com. Or you can comment on the website. I don't want to give out the address for that. It's like just yakkin.libsyn or something .com, I think. But you can find it if you look up Yakkin with Nick. You can go to our Facebook page. It's where our Facebook group, actually, and join that group. Post your feedback in there. That's where most people can see it. That's where most of the audience is. I'd really like to hear your feedback. I really just, it is about me, because it's Yakkin with Nick, this is about what I'm doing, but I'm very interested in what other people are doing. I don't think I'm that special, right? I'd love to hear from normal people. Like I don't like to think that I'm not normal, I guess. What I'm trying to say is you don't have to be fucking special to come on the show. Whoever you are, just hit me up, and I might say, "Nah, sorry, I got too many people right now. Hit me back and later." But I like having conversations with people, and I'd like to have a little bit more than I have now. Let's see if I can fit that in my schedule. Who knows? But man, I'm just trying to keep myself busy, and I'm trying to put more stuff into the schedule because I don't know. I do not like the feeling of not doing stuff. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's great to have a little bit of a rest, but I want to stop. I want to stop being so lazy. So I'm trying to like stress myself out and stretch myself too thin. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah. So anyway, join the Yakkin with Nick feedback group on Facebook and hit me up. And if you'd like to support this show, then you can go to patreon.com/just Yakkin. Patreon.com/just Yakkin. JUSTYAKKIN. Patreon is spelled PATREON.com. And you can throw $1 or $2 my way. I've got some extra content that when I plan on releasing more in the near future. Fortunately, it's going to be sunny for like a week or two. So you may not hear from me more than once a week here coming up. But I wanted to get out to show to you guys while I had some time here before I run to town. I'm doing a sales call. I'm delivering some milk, and I'm dropping off more yak. Yeah, cool. I've got a decent little day for myself, and try to get this out later in the afternoon. So with that, thank you guys for listening. Bye.